I was asked by a friend to try out the demo of Rune Dice, which is this game right here. Rune Dice. And this is a roguelike, I guess, deck builder dice game? I don't know. Let me get you into the game. Take you into the game and show you how this works. You throw a dice, they combine, and all the numbers that combine become attacks on this left side. These are the types of roguelike games that I'm not particularly good at, so take everything I'm about to say for the next however long with a little bit of salt. Now, sometimes you end up with no one dices to combine on the board, but you do still have the chance to just kind of knock other dice about and get a little bit of damage going, which I'm still learning to make the most out of. Go. And obviously, like every good roguelike, you get some items between the fights. First thing I will say about this game, the art style is very nice. It knows what direction it's trying to go with the art, and it's paid off. It's nice. Very pretty on the top here. All the dices look very smooth when they're bouncing about. And yeah, just generally can't complain about that part of the game. I have not managed to beat the first boss, which is why, you know, another reason I say to take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, because I suck. Sometimes I get good rolls like that, where I end up doing almost all the damage I need to in one game, or one round. Almost killed everything in one. I think in previous runs I didn't get enough bombs, or like just enough dies around the board in general, so I'm going to try and fix that this time around. I want to try and activate this if I can. Maybe if I just doink. Yeah, didn't get anything else from that though. That was a little bit sad. I know this is very early into the video and my experience with the game, but the main critique, I think, every roguelike game needs a certain amount of RNG to, like, you know, make it a roguelike in a sense, but I think this one maybe it has too much. Maybe there are certain things that I'm not doing that kind of cuts down on how much luck you need to have on your board to keep winning. That is very much an option. But it's just hard to tell at the moment whether that is the case. Another function, these red dies you want to actually avoid combining with, because they will cause the enemy to get stronger. That is something that I actually quite enjoy having to work around, even if it is a little bit difficult. Oh boy, those are close. The dices do also have a level of homing on them. You can probably already tell if you've been watching the screen. When I do hit a dice, it tries to kind of home onto the closest of the same number when it sends itself in a direction. I need to experiment with this more. If I just send this here, maybe I'll get something useful. Not particularly, but it'll work just about. I do that. Okay, I'm getting better with the curling aspect of the game. Just trying to get some dice on dice action going. This one, the dice merger is fun, but I've not been able to get too much use out of it. It means, basically, if I combine two ones, it will go straight to a 3, but it kind of cuts down on how many merges you can actually get, on the basis of the numbers not adding up as often. So this actually might have just screwed me a little bit, potentially. Yeah, you just lose too many combinations from skipping numbers, I think, to make it worth doing. Okay, I want to get this bomb again. It's actually combined an enemy boost, so that's not great for me. Especially with my current health. You have the relics that are permanent boosts over every fight. You have the cards, which of course are dices, and the runes, which are one-time uses. All set up a lot like Slay the Spire, I suppose. But it's nice, it's clean. I have no complaints. I cannot complain simply because I am bad at the game. I have to be nicer than that. That was bad, to be fair. That's gonna strength boost them way too much. Yay. I was hoping that would be a bit bigger. I think I'm coming to the end here. Yay. Well, that's what I was trying to do, but it was cool. That's GG, I think. Bye-bye me. As you can see, I'm not the best. We are back on the main menu, so I can show you a couple things. 2026 this year. All these other characters you're seeing in silhouettes will be releasing, so it looks like they have 4 already ready to go. But at the moment, the only other option is a mage class. I will fight the other boss, even though you didn't even see the other one. So the coin ones are good for shops, but obviously they don't do damage, so you're kind of losing potential damage for going straight for those ones. I think this is my best bet right now. Yeah, that's good damage. Not quite a kill, but close. Lightning Die is kind of just a bomb, but worse. It doesn't just hit all of them, it just gets weaker until it runs out. But it has some good relics that can go with it that make it stronger than the bomb, I think. So I'm gonna get it for now. And I hope that comes in useful later. Here we go, we got a fire, which works the same as the poison. Where they will effectively just take damage every turn. The way the fire works with taking damage over time, I know it can't be hugely different, but it is kind of a copy-paste with mild changes of the other character. Which again, is fine. There's enough differences between the two to make them separate. But I'm not too mad at. It's just a note I wanted to make about that. Gonna have to try and trick this one. Hit it right there. Shit! Didn't quite get it. That's rough. That's a rough day. Okay. There's also rounds like that, I suppose, where I should be more comfortable with setting up chains. Yeah, I think that'll be it for this. Clean, clean, clean. Overkill, actually. Fire die deals immediate damage equal to the fire stacks applied. So I have 3 fire dices. This is probably my safest bet right now. I just need to make sure I'm getting the burns up during the fights. So I go straight there. So now I'm getting the damage from the burn and still getting the burn afterwards. Which is about as good as it gets with the build that I'm on right now. Clean damage, okay. There's a double bomb surrounded by a lot of dices, so this should cause a good chain reaction. Solid. That's going to be enough to kill a decent amount of people. And because I have the book that prioritizes the people already burning, the other relic is just stacking damage onto that guy at the back right now. Okay, I still don't get what this guy is. I think he might just be a heal of some kind. I don't entirely get it. I think he just kind of lets you use your dice for a turn, which could be useful for some builds. It's not incredibly useful for me, but, you know, it is what it is. Fully defensive going into the last fight. No runes. I feel like I'm underutilizing runes. That's definitely a note for my future. Okay, no, not the start I was hoping for. That's fine. That's good. Oh, okay, I've just strength boosted everyone. I think I've just ended my life. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, that's... that didn't feel entirely balanced. Holy shit. Wow. Like 2 strength boost dices and I was just straight up dead. Again, I just don't have the money to make the shop worth it. I guess it's safer because the other option's a mini-boss about 2 stages in, but I should try, I suppose. Here's the thing with these ones. Is it safer for me to just play this round out and avoid ever touching them? If that makes sense. Avoid ever touching until the field resets. It seems like Yes, I should avoid any level of power-up. But then I end up with this issue where there's just so many things on the board that it's just impossible to hit the guy. Okay, we killed the boss. That's not too bad. Now we've ended up with 6 other people. I think I keep the bombs. The bombs are good. Just because they have a chance to cause some pretty heavy chains. Go over here, get a little heal. That was unfortunate. Okay, maybe I was a little too harsh on the boss being that early. That is a very good relic. And a 4 power fire die. Yes, please. That's 1 coin die to the field at the start of each round. It's good for combinations, I think. Just to get the extra ones on the board for future use, I think that's still a good thing to have. Yoink. Nice, that was good. That was good. See what I mean? The bombs are crazy. Over here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Wait. Nice, that's what I wanted. The triple bomb. Spreading that damage around. I may as well take the heal. The freeze die is okay, but... Actually, wait, no. It stops the melees from ever getting close to me. Maybe I'm just not picking up enough dices, you know? I'm not filling the board enough with my own dices. It's very much an option. Yoink. That wasn't incredible. So I'm going to test my theory. I'm going to keep picking up more dices. Maybe I'm just not just spreading all over the board enough, you know? Coin dice also heal for their merge value. Yes, more healing. Especially since I'm getting a coin dice like every turn now. Okay, the strength boost was rough, but it looks like it's not going to cost me a huge amount of my health. And that's game. That's actually way overkill on game, but... Let's get another bomb die. And we heal. I need a shop, because I am actually starting to cook the money right now. That's a nice little chain right there. That's a good chain there in the corner. The bomb's not going to do much, but it will do much for the actual top fight. Just won't do much for the board, which is fine. Okay, tough battle, right? Let's see how tough this one is then. That was a nice little combo. Can I get this turn? Potentially? If I... Oh, what if I hit like the very edge of this? Okay. It was wishful thinking. Okay, yeah. So I'm learning one of my issues is that I was not filling the board enough with dices, so that's on me, you know, learning experience. And healing die heals you, create healing down the field. Throwing die booster, yes, I'm only throwing 2s now. Restore HP when merging dice with value 3 or higher. Well, that might be about to happen quite a lot. Okay, cool. We're close to the end, so we may as well buy what we can. But now I have 2s for free, which is very cool. It does mean the only way I can use the 1s is by just bonking them into each other, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. I did just straight up power 1 up. That's rough for me. That's fine. Nice little boost. Oh my. Wow. That got out of hand real fast. Okay, I think that's game. Nice. Okay, so I'll add some more dices to the mayhem. Let's just get another bomb dice. Let's commit to the dice spam. Commit to it. Fuck it. I'm bringing you down this time, boss boy. I'm going straight for this bomb right here. Major boost. It has also boosted half of them, but hope with this build is that we just get so much damage going that they don't have the chance to... They don't have the chance to get up there, you know? Okay, this isn't going as great as I would have hoped right now. That was a nice little combo. The main goal is to just kill Big Boss Man, Big Boy, which I think is going to happen just fine by the looks of it. Okay, we've killed Big Man. Very nice, okay. The heal spam that this build gives is crazy. And the fact that whenever I heal, it just puts another heal back on the board is also insane. Okay. We did actually beat the demo version of the game in this video. I think I was being a bit harsh on the game at the start because I was just bad at it. If you're thinking smart enough with all the combinations of dice spam and relic spam, you can get your board to start chaining pretty crazy. The RNG aspect disappears a little bit, which is how roguelikes should be. So I would 100% recommend this game. I don't know its price point right now, but I will link this game in the description. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Peace.